Coming home to your furry friend at the end of a long day is one of the best perks of having a cat. Their weird and wonderful ways, including the gifts they bring us, help shape our love for them. Napping is most cats' favorite pastime. They're great at it and spend a large portion of the day curled up in dreamland. These owners manage to snap their cats sleeping in some genuinely bizarre positions, and some of them will leave you wondering how kittens can even find themselves in such weird situations. Whether it's in the garden or the utility closet, these cute cats fall asleep in all sorts of peculiar positions. The comfy couch. Getting in from work and sprawling out on the couch is something that we all look forward to after a long day. Settling in and binging on the latest TV series until the early hours is an all too familiar evening and for most of us. This feline friend must have seen its owner and tried to copy their antics. With a remote control in hand, dozing on the couch, we can all relate. The owner even commented, "I think my cat is a tiny man in a catsuit." Spiky situation. Cactuses aren't known for their smooth surfaces. In fact, pricking your finger can be quite painful. It's crazy to think this kitten has managed to curl up and rest so peacefully on top of one. The cat looks sound asleep, and even though the cactuses don't look too prickly, it's still impressive. So next time you need a nap, throw caution to the wind and take after this adorable ginger and white tabby cat. Or like a sane person, choose the comfy option and stick to your bed. Fancy a salad? We're all partial to a salad from time to time, but it isn't often that you find a cat on top of your leafy lettuce. Impressively, despite the small container, the tiger-furred feline seems to fit like a glove. Next time, make sure to put your salad back in the fridge, otherwise you'll be left gobsmacked like the owner who commented, "My cat fell asleep in my salad." What's the best thing to do after a big lunch? Take a long nap, of course. Unlike our cat companions, we may have to find something a bit bigger to sleep in. Unfortunately for this owner, another trip to the store for some more food is on the agenda. The cat can, on the other hand, wake up and have an after-nap snack. Hiding in plain sight. Struggling to find the cat in this picture? The little beauty may be hard to spot at first glance as his coat blends in with a cat tree. According to the owner, he thinks it's the best spot for a nap and he loves to sleep like this with his feet hanging over the edge. The cat pictured here is called Manu. Apparently, he isn't a light sleeper and can stay in this spot all day if left to his own devices. His owners say that Manu is a bit too big for the cat tree, and we don't disagree, but he does seem to be happy in his slumber here. The balancing act. Like an acrobat delicately walking a tightrope, this feline is clinging for dear life on top of the stairs. This daredevil is taking a significant risk by having her afternoon nap balanced on the staircase. It must just have been one of those busy days that requires sleeping where you fall. Let's hope that this cat hasn't used all of its 9 lives. Not to worry though, they always land on their feet and this moggy is completely safe. Regardless, I'm sure that her human had quite a surprise once they spotted her. Always check the wash. Making sure that you separate your whites from the darks is the first lesson you learned from your mom when doing the washing. This puss didn't get the message. Its white coat is hard to spot next to the towels it's laying on. This sleepy cat is renowned for finding weird places to fall asleep. We think the towels act like a mini mattress for the moggy to relax on. Who could turn that down? Thankfully, the owner managed to spot the cat before turning on the machine. He is so lucky I saw him before turning the water on. We definitely agree. Walking in your footsteps. Ever wondered how comfy the inside of a shoe is? Well, no, neither have we. After taking a break from a stressful day's work, which includes exploring the house and staring at the neighbor, this cat needed a break. This carefree cat has taken it upon himself to find a new home in its owner's loafers. By the adorable look on the kitten's face, you could almost be mistaken for thinking it's sleeping in a kitty sleeping bag. According to the cat's owner, it often finds the weirdest places to sleep. Perhaps next time it could try and get an upgrade to a Wellington boot. Two best friends. Rarely are our canine friends the king of the castle. Here you can see Tonks, who is a 2-month-old rescue kitten acting like the boss and perching on top of his buddy Luna. Her owner said that since arriving at the house, Tonks' favorite sleeping places are on top of, underneath, inside, and next to our 70-pound golden retriever. Like many households with multiple pets, these best pals do have some troubles throughout the day. According to her owner, the cat takes time out of her day to harass Luna, who is only 2 years old. But by the end of the day, they have made best buddies again and the retriever is found sleeping with Luna like nothing ever happened. If you ask us, it sounds like your standard sibling rivalry. Defying gravity. Hang in there! This beautiful white-furred cat is defying gravity by hanging off a drying rack, effortlessly holding on by its paws. Most likely taking a break from helping its owner fold the drying, the cat seems to be hanging out there for a while. We're not too sure how the kitty ended up asleep on the drying rack, but we would love to find out how it managed to stay there. Even with its legs dangling below and belly curved over the bars, it continues to sleep uninterrupted. Next time, we'd recommend something a little closer to the floor. Green paws galore. This picture is every green finger's nightmare. Imagine pruning the flowers only to find this ginger tabby sound asleep in your hard work. We never thought the term plant bed would be taken so literally, but this cat seems comfortable and out for the count. Who doesn't want to relax in the garden and catch some rays? We think this adorable cat must have tired itself out from a hard day's work chasing things around the yard. After it found this perfect place and fell asleep, its owner swooped in and snapped this cute photo. The ultimate stretch. We couldn't quite decide whether this cat is taking in the summer rays, finishing up its morning yoga routine, or collapsing on the couch after a tiring day. Some even commented that the cat could be posing for the photo. Whatever it's doing, it looks comfy, and we may also have to give it a try. The owner clarified that he is in fact just taking a cat nap. Apparently, he likes to starfish while he sleeps just like his owner. It looks like there isn't room for one more, but anyway, who would want to disturb something that looks this peaceful? Bin better. Well, we've heard of the cat out of the bag, but never the cat being in the bin. It looks like this feline friend has taken a break from walking over its owner's laptop. It instead chose to wander into the garbage bin and snuggle up among some old pieces of paper. This black and white cat looks deep in slumber. Cats often find themselves in tricky situations, but this one has found itself on top of the recycling pile. We've struggled to find an explanation for this one, so we figured the kitty is just looking for some peace, with the paper absorbing the noise from its surroundings. Let sleeping cats lie. This snoring alley cat looks like it had one too much catnip. Looking rough from a night in the neighborhood, this sleeping cat doesn't seem ready for a week of hard work. Never mind, life isn't so tough for our furry friends, and it has the rest of the week to sneak in a few more afternoon naps. Fans of sleeping cat commented on social media saying how similar the face it's making is to the groaning looks they make when faced with their early morning alarm. We agree, but think next time a pillow and somewhere cozy may work better. A day out at the park. Nothing quite beats dozing off on a warm summer day underneath a lovely comfy tree in the park. The cute cat pictured here has the right idea, but may have mistaken his owners for an unlikely couple who are joined at the hip. After a busy afternoon chasing critters around the local park, this tired kitten just had to find the spot for a cat nap. The sculpture, which depicts a young couple gazing towards a surrounding town, seems to be the perfect spot. We think it must have reminded the Moggy of climbing onto the couch at home and into the loving arms of its owner. Who said art couldn't be brought to life? Absolutely beautiful. Does this orange tabby look familiar? It has a striking resemblance to the adorable but fierce cat who appeared in Puss in Boots alongside the big green ogre Shrek. The famous character was so loved it went on to star in its own follow-up movie, aptly named after the charismatic kitty. This dozing cat must have been exhausted to have fallen asleep in an upright position like this one. Unfortunately for its owner, we don't think that this real-life cat will have the same deep husky voice as that of Antonio Banderas, who voiced the cat in the movies. Hopefully this cat gets some much-deserved rest and picks somewhere a bit comfier next time, like a slipper or a shoe. A classic recreated. Something is certainly different about this cat's sleeping position. For once, it's not the location. No high-flying napping attempts or sleeping in salads, but if you look closely, you can see an uncanny resemblance to one of the most famous images ever. One user even asked, "Is it a sign from above?" If the picture doesn't jog your memory, you'll need a quick refresher on your art history using our old friend Google. The painting, which was created by the insanely talented Michelangelo, is arguably one of the most recognizable images around the world, and sits in the Sistine Chapel at the Vatican. We think the owner should get this cat a brush, and you never know what he may create next. Wardrobe malfunction. Have you ever tried calling your cat and wondering where they've gotten off to? Ever wondered why your newly hung clothes have fur on them? Well, this next picture may have all the answers you need. It turns out that sleeping on clothes may be comfier than sleeping in clothes, well, according to this cat anyway. If you glance too quickly, you may have even missed the kitten tucked away among a row of hangers. The hangers are acting as the bed frame with the clothes as the mattress. This cat looks as comfy as can be, but we're still perplexed by how the cat managed to get up there in the first place. And how will he get down? Nevertheless, we all occasionally go to extremes to get a good night's rest. Copycat. As anyone who has ever had a printer knows, they jam often. Despite following all the instructions carefully, you'll be lucky to get away scot-free. If it's not a lack of paper, it'll surely be a paper jam or the ink running out. Imagine this owner's shock when they found out it's not a paper jam, but a cat jam. Thankfully, a cat jam is stress-free, easy to fix, and provides us with this cute photo of our feline friend. It looks like the cat just needed turning off and on again. We figured that the warmth the printer generates after a long spell of trying to print out documents attracts the feline, or it's looking to get a couple black and white copies made. Squeezing in some TV. We've all been there after a long day, sitting in front of the TV when our eyes grow heavy and before you know it, you're snoozing to your favorite show with your cat companion at your side. So imagine the surprise for this owner when they found their cat napping behind the television. We can't imagine that it's very comfortable behind there, not with all the cables and cobwebs, but thankfully the Reddit user snapped this photo and shared its adorableness with the world. Maybe the kitty just grew tired of the TV choices and was waiting for its favorite show to come on. The copycat. This picture takes if I fits I sits to a whole new level. At first glance, you could almost mistake it for a teacup kitten, but this baby kitten is regular sized and just loves sleeping in car cup holders. This adorable picture reminds us of how cute little kittens really are and the tiny places they like to squeeze into. The owner will have to make sure to remember their feline friend's favorite napping spot next time they grab a drink from a drive-thru. It turns out cup holders are perfect for sleeping cats, so the unlucky passenger will have to do all the holding. We're sure that there won't be a problem once they catch a glimpse of its adorable face. Snug as a bug. Being curled up in front of the fire on a cold winter's evening is an image that most people have fondly ingrained in their memory. This furry friend takes that to a whole new level. Pictured snugly alongside the burning fire, this cat also happens to have made a box its bed. Despite being too big for the box, the cat is comfortable and content to spill over the edges, and the result is so adorable it could melt your heart. But according to its owner, the cat was stubborn. He declared that, "My cat just can't accept the fact that the box is too small for him." Squeezing in a nap. There's nothing like a big summer barbecue where you can stuff yourself to the brim and then take a nap in the garden chair with the sun glowing. This cat couldn't even wait for the barbecue to get started before taking his nap. By the look of the deep slumber on his face, the grill has long since cooled down. We can't figure out why this cat chose to balance between the top and bottom grill plates rather than taking a beautiful flat bed on the lower level. Regardless, he was spotted like this by his owner after returning from work. It looks like he wasn't the only one who had a busy day. Risky business. This is undoubtedly an out-of-office message with style. Anyone who wandered upon this sleeping kitty would be under no impression of any work getting done. According to its owner, he loves sleeping there whenever I'm on my PC. Perhaps he could have chosen a comfier position that doesn't have its head touching its tail. Without any caffeine, this picture would be a more familiar sight in most offices around the world. Isn't it everyone's dream to take a midday cat nap? Let's hope the little kitty manages to straight out its neck when it wakes up. The best of both worlds. Who hasn't had a night of tossing and turning in bed? Well, this cat has decided that enough is enough. The hard surface of the wood is on its back, while it has the soft cushions of the sofa on its paws. This kitty looks in heaven. It even blends perfectly with the color of the couch. Hopefully nobody disturbs it. Let's hope that it doesn't look down, otherwise what it sees may frighten it. We can't quite understand how it remains so balanced, but it looks away with the fairies. It's snaps like these that make us glad that cats have 9 lives. Dreaming up the next album. Creativity has always been hard for aspiring artists, and it's no different for our feline friends. This cute kitten looks like it's trying to dream up some inspiration by sleeping on its owner's CD and DVD collection. Is it dreaming of rock, rap, or the blues? Who knows? Either way, it's definitely in a deep slumber. Despite the uncomfortable position, this kitty looks in heaven, and the CD rack has become the newest resting place for the cat. The owner said that he captured this photo unexpectedly after returning from work and finding the cat sound asleep. Let's hope they get a few more pictures before online streaming service do away with discs entirely. We definitely keep CDs if it meant discovering cuteness like this.